In a sea of legendary PlayStation 2 franchises, where Resident Evil haunted our nightmares, Monster Hunter tested our grit, and Devil May Cry defined our style, there was one name that slipped beneath the surface. Onimusha. A series shrouded in shadow, half forgotten yet fiercely remembered by those who dared to wield a blade against the demons of feudal Japan. Now, 2 decades later, Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny returns, not just remastered, but reborn. This isn't just another nostalgia play. It's a quiet war story, draped in the silk of honor and soaked in the blood of betrayal. You step into the sandals of Jubei Yagyu, a warrior not just battling demons, but wrestling with the one clawing inside him. The Oni blood, the cost of power, the loneliness of legacy. The camera doesn't follow you, it watches. The world doesn't welcome you, it tests you. Every corridor echoes with unspoken history. Every duel is a heartbeat between life and oblivion. So before you swing your first blade, before the lightning crackles and the souls scatter, let's pull back the curtain on 15 things you need to know, because this time Destiny has a name and it's coming for you. At first glance, Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny Remaster may seem like another retro revival, but look closer, and you'll see something much rarer. A relic of early 2000s action design, finely tuned for a modern audience. Originally released in 2002, this second installment in Capcom's samurai horror hybrid series was always something of an anomaly. Part historical drama, part supernatural thriller, part puzzle-laced action game with a soul of its own. Now, it's been carefully reworked for today's consoles and PCs, offering a surprisingly faithful yet comfortably upgraded experience. This remaster doesn't reinvent the wheel, it sharpens it. The visuals are cleaner, the controls more responsive, and the presentation smoother than ever before. But it retains that moody pacing, the fixed cinematic camera angles, and the methodical rhythm that made the original a cult classic. Think of it as a time capsule with polish, where every creaking floorboard, every fog-draped corridor feels eerily preserved. And don't worry if you missed the first game. Samurai's Destiny follows a new protagonist with a standalone story, so you can dive straight in without prior knowledge. But for returning players, the echoes of the past still resonate, haunting, familiar, and just dangerous enough to feel like coming home to something long buried. The heart of Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny beats strongest in its tale of revenge, heritage, and inner conflict. You become Jubei Yagyu, a legendary swordsman drawn back to his homeland by a silent storm, only to discover it annihilated by demonic forces under the command of the resurrected warlord, Nobunaga Oda. The world is gripped by fear, and Nobunaga's twisted ambition stretches beyond mortal conquest. He seeks dominion over the living and the dead. For Jubei, this isn't just a war. It's personal. His clan lies in ruin, his people scattered to dust. But as he chases the Demon King across scorched villages and cursed strongholds, Jubei begins to uncover a deeper truth. The Oni blood within him. It's a source of unimaginable power, but at what cost? He's not just hunting a monster, he's wrestling with the one inside himself. Adding richness to this samurai saga are 4 deeply written allies. Each can become a friend, a foe, or something in between, depending on your choices. The relationships are dynamic, and their presence isn't guaranteed. In gift-giving and emotional cues determine who stands with you and who might turn against you. The story doesn't just unfold, it reacts. In Samurai's Destiny, loyalty is earned, and betrayal feels earned too. At its core, Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny delivers a gameplay experience that feels like a finely honed blade. Simple in form, but deadly in execution. It's a hybrid of deliberate action combat, puzzle-driven progression, and light RPG elements, all stitched together with a steady, almost Souls-like cadence. This isn't button-mashing mayhem. It's about precision, awareness, and reading your enemy like an old battlefield rival. You'll wield a growing arsenal of weapons, from swift katanas to brutal hammers and piercing spears. But combat is more than slashing wildly. Enemies come, fast, often in tight, claustrophobic corridors. Choosing the right weapon, spacing your attacks, and reacting in time with your surroundings become vital for survival. Then there's the magic system, elemental upgrades, like the thunder-charged Burrito sword or the ice-laced spear. Infuse your strikes with extra punch and flair. These powers can be leveled up, adding both spectacle and strategy to each encounter. The standout mechanic, though, is the Gisen counter, a high-risk, high-reward parry that requires you to strike at the exact moment an enemy lunges. Pull it off, and enemies fall in a single slash. Miss it, and you're wide open. It's tense, stylish, and incredibly satisfying when mastered, a true test of timing over brute force. While Samurai's Destiny remains grounded in its classic roots, the remaster introduces a suite of smart upgrades that subtly reshape the experience without compromising its soul. These aren't flashy overhauls, they're thoughtful quality of life, improvements designed to smooth out the edges of early 2000s design and make the game more welcoming to both returning veterans and first-time samurai. First up, skippable cutscenes. Yes, you can finally breeze past those lengthy dialogues on a second or third playthrough, especially helpful when chasing the game's branching story paths and over 100 unique character events. That ties directly into autosave support, a huge relief for anyone who remembers the heartbreak of forgetting to manually save before a boss fight or puzzle gauntlet. Combat also gets a modern touch. You can now swap weapons mid-battle, eliminating the clunky menu pauses that used to disrupt momentum. It may sound small, but in practice, it keeps the action fluid and helps maintain immersion during intense encounters. And for players on both ends of the skills spectrum, there's more flexibility. A new easy mode lets story lovers experience the narrative without the challenge spike, while hell mode raises the stakes to brutal extremes, where one hit can mean death. These upgrades don't reinvent the game, they refine it, offering a smoother, smarter take on a cult classic. Onimusha 2, Samurai's Destiny Remaster officially lands on May 23, 2025, and it's arriving with the quiet confidence of a seasoned warrior. Priced at a modest $29.99, this isn't some overpriced nostalgia grab. It's a fair deal for a carefully polished relic that still holds up in today's action landscape. Whether you're revisiting a childhood favorite or stepping into the world of Onimusha for the first time, the remaster hits all major platforms: PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. What sweetens the deal even more are the thoughtful pre-order bonuses. You'll get access to the Onimusha 2 Orchestra Album Selection Pack, which includes 5 beautifully reorchestrated tracks from the game's haunting soundtrack, perfect for fans of moody cinematic game scores. Alongside the music, a handy item pack is bundled in, filled with red souls, healing herbs, magic liquids, and other tools to give you a slight edge early on. And here's a nice nod to legacy players. If you have a save file from the remastered Onimusha Warlords, you'll unlock a special outfit for Jubei, one that pays homage to Samanosuke Akechi, the hero of the first game. It's a clever bit of fan service that ties the series together across time and generations. In the end, Onimusha 2. Samurai's Destiny Remaster isn't just a return, it's a reckoning. It invites us back into a world where steel clashes with sorcery, where loyalty can fracture with a gift, and where the demons you fight might just mirror the ones within. It's not trying to be the biggest game of the year, or the flashiest. What it is focused, moody, and unmistakably bold in its pacing. It dares to slow down, it dares to be deliberate, and in doing so, it gives every encounter, every decision, every death, weight. This is a game that respects its legacy while reaching out to a new generation. It rewards patience, timing, and emotional investment. Whether you're here to relive a formative PS2 experience or to explore a corner of gaming history you never touched, Samurai's Destiny offers something enduring. It won't hold your hand, but it will challenge your reflexes, your instincts, and your heart. So, are you ready to pick up the blade again, or for the first time? Drop your memories, your favorite weapons, or your first impressions in the comments. Because in this war between man and demon, every story matters. And this one might just become part of yours.